give y'all one of these new pieces off my up-and-coming CD called Painting Portraits. See, sometimes we live in a world with 1,000 or maybe a million of Picassos. A lot of them painting portraits of people's lives, and some of them waiting to purchase the real priceless painting of the hourglass or maybe the original. You see, me, somebody must told me that, you know, don't believe all of what you hear. But me, I think the proof is in the pudding. But the only thing is, I don't eat pudding like that. So how would I know? How would I know that the woman that smiles every day at me is really not flirting? Because when she goes home, she is hurting. So she smiles to hide her pain. How do I know that the man that walks around with the bulgy muscles is really not happy with the muscles that he has? Because in his mind, it really isn't about being in shape. You see, he has had a troublesome life. And the last thing he can remember is when his parents told him to be strong. So now he lifts weights, totally misunderstanding the message. Or that neighborhood girl that we call a whore, when her lights, gas, and rent is overdue. And she comes home from that full-time job and she still needs more. But now she gives up sex. Because now this brings a little bit more to the table for her kids to eat. But sometimes, see, sometimes that might not even be the case. So how do I know? How do I know that lady that walks around with her head up and we think that, man, she is gorgeous? Until she can sit down and tell us the story about her life, about how hard it is for her to gain weight, and she is not happy in her skin. But we still paint pictures. See, we still paint pictures of that little boy that loved to pick flowers. But because of his love for picking flowers, he was constantly being teased. But the kids don't know that the last thing he had seen was dozens of flowers and dozens of roses being tossed into his mother's casket. So this is what keeps him close to her. Or that man that we call gay. And we always wonder, why doesn't he not choose what God had made for real and gave us thousands of godly creatures that we call women? Well, we still would judge, and still we judge, not knowing that being molested by a child as his father, and hearing the last word from his father, telling him that no man will ever love you like me. So now he still searches to prove his father wrong. Oh, Father, please forgive him for what we don't know. Because what we don't know is that woman that's overweight, why she's always eating a lot. It's not because she is greedy. It's because she goes home to empty cabinets, empty refrigerators. So going home to no food is her problem. And being overweight just ran through her family. See, it's hereditary. And it's kind of scary that we paint pictures on broken canvases because there's way too much artwork and we are way too many paintbrushes. So we create collages. You see, we create collages of, how do I know? How do I know that you will spend your last $10 to come into this venue because your favorite poet was performing? But to me, you're just like $1 million bucks. But tonight you came here for me to set your mind free. See, and I would never know that. See, and you would never know why your favorite poet always wears hat and glasses and why he always never smiles a lot. But it's not because I'm not happy. It's because I went through every facial expression that life has to offer. And this one right here just remains permanent. So now I smile on the inside, because on the outside, I have to fight like obstacles. See, I gotta work a 9 to 5 that turns into a 9 to 9 because my position at work sometimes calls for the overtime that is never paid out. You see, that's the definition of salary. And I still have 3 kids at home, 2 teenagers, and 1 8-year-old. So dinner can sometimes come late. And I still have to create the image that you see, the lifestyle of a poet, plus the lifestyle of a father, 2 full-time jobs, but 1 is underpaid. But I still love them both, and I still have to create the image that you see, because what you don't see is my struggles. You see, I am so simple, but in reality it's not. In reality, it's not easy to make my next dollar stretch because my money comes no elastic. So now I'm forced to dig a bigger financial hole because I'm forced to swipe my plastic. So that's my financial woes. But I don't have a problem with foes because I keep my circle tight. And on any given night, maybe me and you could sit down and we can have a conversation about me. And maybe just then, you can learn a little bit more about me. But see, this piece isn't about me, but that piece was about me. See, I just thought I would paint a picture of me so you can be able to identify an original whenever you come across me. Because there's way too many splash painting of people's lives than us as individuals, painting our own images, spraying our own ass and glasses, and how can we ever see the reflection when our braces and the judgment is just broken pieces of splattered glass? So now I'm going to walk barefoot on this piece so I can bleed the truth. And then maybe one day we can come together and you can paint your side and I'll let you paint your side. And then maybe we can come together and collide and create truth. And then maybe one day, we can start painting portraits. I am so simple.